You guys have been waiting for an update on our home renovation, specifically our daughter's bedroom. And as you can see, we're getting ready for a big update. We are laying out the trim and getting ready to paint. This is the first trim in the house that's going to be painted. Belle would prefer white trim. We're okay with that. All the rest of the trim work in the house so far has been stained. You guys know, with that deep red Cabernet. But I think the white trim is going to look really pretty in the pink bedroom and not have too much of a high contrast in there. So over the last few days, we've been preparing all of this, getting it ready. We have baseboards, corners, crown, and window trim. And that means, yes, we finally got the window for Belle's room and have it installed. We'll show you guys that after we get these primed so these can start drying. What do you got?
Caterpillar.
Let me see it.
Can you reach it up that high?
The fuzzy caterpillars are so cute.
Oh, what kind is that? It's either a salt marsh caterpillar or a yellow bear.
Now it's starting to sprinkle after we just got all this laid out, which took us a long time. And
That always happens.
we just can't win when it comes to painting. We're hoping this will pass very quickly because I don't want to put all this away. Hopefully.
Now it's a sun shower.
Let's get going so we can show you guys the updates and progress that we've made in the bedroom. It's looking awesome. So while it's drying, let's take a look, see what we got done. You can see we have her door hung. We got the closet door hung. Underneath her mirror, I mounted the heater. So for the heater in this room, we decided to try out the Envy wall heater. It's only 2 inches thick. It's really sleek, nice looking, out of the way. And it's a low wattage heater, which means it doesn't get very hot. It's kid safe. It's just a nice little heater. I think it's going to work good for this little bedroom. And the installation came out so clean. I love how tight it is to the wall. So that was a good choice. I can't wait to see how it works. We also got our vacuum ports installed. We got our outlets installed, plate covers on. And here is the window. So as you can see, we went with a totally different style in Belle's bedroom. Some people might be concerned about switching it up since all the other windows in the house have a different grill set and also they're black, and this one is white, but we're okay with this. The way our house is laid out in sections from the exterior, this is its own independent area, and I don't think it's going to hurt for the windows not to match. Now we decided to try an aluminum window. So far, it's okay. Lets a lot of light in here. It works. So while Belle had a big hand in choosing that window, we actually got 2 of them so that Maverick will have the same one, because we wanted these 2 windows to at least match. We don't want every window to be different. So this room and Maverick's room will both be, they're identical bedrooms and they'll both have the same windows. Can you believe that these were the original doors to the house and they just came back to life? They're so rich and beautiful. In person, I'm amazed at them. And you might have noticed when I walked in that we do have a ceiling light installed. We've been holding onto that ceiling light for over a year, waiting to install it. Now we thought that light was going to be beautiful in here, and we thought it was going to work because this is a small bedroom, but after getting it installed, all of us unanimously said it's too small. When you come into the room, it's just this little tiny baby on the ceiling. It's like an 8-inch wide light. And I should have known better, but like I said, I thought in the small bedroom it would just make sense, but it feels oddly small for the room. So we did some shopping and we actually did find another light that I think is going to be better. So we're going to get that. We're going to swap them out. We love the style It's just too small. It just looks silly. And maybe we can actually use this light out here in the hallway or in the new bathroom. I'm not sure, but we'll try to repurpose it someplace else. Something else I can show you while I'm in here are these hinges. Do you see those gold hinges? Well, these are actually the original hinges that came on the door, and they were rusty and black and old and crusty. We're going to be trying something new, and that is this gold spray paint. It's a metallic gold. We're hoping that we can make these hinges have a brassy look. Oh. It comes out thick. Wow, it's looking cool.
Yeah. Actually, that looks pretty good of a color.
And we cleaned them up, and believe it or not, we just spray painted them with gold spray paint, and they came out so beautiful, and they actually go along with the hardware and the other gold accents in the room. Now, I'm still waiting on light switches. We have to get those, and we're working on the trim to trim out the room. This is how close we are to finishing. It's pretty amazing. So here is the window from the exterior. Just wanted to show you what it looked like. Since our house is a little bit unconventionally built, where it has siding but no sheathing, so this siding is nailed right to the studs. So we hooked the window right to the siding. Now I still have to tape it and trim it out, but basically the tape will go right on the window flange, right on the siding. And then the trim, I'm gonna notch out the back of the trim so it can fit over the flange, but flat against the siding, so it'll have a little bit of notching on the back. And then with caulk, the trim, and then a drip cap on the top worked into the siding, this window will be watertight. Right now it's just a little bit of an odd situation, but it looks good. And let me just show you the house. You can see over here there's going to be no windows. That's the screened porch, so there's no windows to worry about there. And then over here is our bedroom, and you can see our black windows, but you can see that's a different section of the house. And our idea is that it doesn't matter if the windows don't match, because we actually will probably end up doing a different siding there than here. We're going to keep the original siding. You can see the difference in size from the new window to the old window, and we definitely gained a little bit of extra light and some extra square footage on that window opening. Well guys, we're coming to the end of this day, but we just finished putting the paint coat on our trim. So all the trim is painted. You can see it's all white. It looks good. I hope I got a good even coat. You can see we did something a little bit unconventional. Well, normally I do piece my trim in on the wall in place, but on this window, I wanted to build a complete trim set that I could just push into the opening and nail. The reason I'm doing that is because the walls around the window are not really even. I wanted to get a nice clean finish, and the cleanest way to get a finish is to have your trim pre-assembled and pop it on. I guess I'll go test fit this.
Just give them a treat.
These
Okay.
blackbirds.
So I have our jam extensions that'll slide into the opening, and then our casings holding everything square and straight. It's gonna work, it's gonna make sense. You'll see it when it's all installed. But just a little bit of different way of doing it.
I think we could install them tonight.
You really think so?
Wouldn't that be fun?
No.
We're still in like winter mode where we think the sun goes down early,
Mhm.
but it doesn't really. By the time we get used to like longer days, then it starts getting short again. It's annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always changing.
And then you're back in winter. It's like, I just got used to the longer days.
Mm-hmm. I guess it could be installed. I mean, they say it dries in an hour. It's already dry. I was touching it.
It's done.
Look how
You can
lumpy
tell.
it looks. So Ashley has talked us into installing the trim tonight and getting the room.
Fully trimmed out.
Yeah. I guess we'll give it a shot. Try to get it installed. So let me show you. I made these little custom corner blocks, and we'll just tack them right in the corner like that for the baseboard trim. This is the corner trim we made, and it's just a simple square dowel with a beveled edge, so pretty simple corner piece. Painted it pink, so it should blend into the walls. Well, as you can see, we didn't accomplish our goal yesterday of getting all the trim work installed, but we're like 80% there. We have all the crown molding up. It might not look perfect. Our ceilings and walls aren't straight. We did the best we could. We got all the baseboards, door trim. Let's get the window trim on. For a minute there, I didn't think that was going to fit, but it does.
Yeah.
Another thing I'll show you guys quick, I started hole filling. You can see you don't see all those holes in some of the trim. Some is pretty bad still. I'm just going around with a fill stick, white fill stick. I don't know if you've used these before. It's just like a waxy crayon, and you just, rub it on the wood until it fills the hole, and it's perfect for this. After it's filled, I just take this old sock, buff it off. You don't even see it. Holes disappear. Let me show you on this trim. You can see these holes. Some of these big holes are hard to fill. So there it is, basically filled. You don't notice it, clean. All right, we're almost done. The last thing we have to do is baseboard trim in the closet and then corner trim in the closet. I couldn't squeeze you guys in here while I was working, but we got the baseboard trim installed and everything's looking good. I also hole filled it. I think the closet is almost done. So I'm thinking, why not start installing the door hardware? The room is trimmed out. I mean, fully trimmed. There's only some minor touch-up work that needs to be done. That's always the case. We'll get to that when we get to it. You can see the baseboards here. You see a little bit of gap there in the corner. We can caulk that. But you can see my corner blocking. We obviously have to hole fill the pink trim still. So for the closet door, this is what we picked up. A simple brass knob, pretty design. Let me get this one installed. Now it looks like I will have to notch this out just a little bit more. Doesn't sit flush. This is flush, but with this extra plate on here. I think that would look good. Let me screw that in and see how it feels. Oh yeah, I gotta change the holes. I have that where I want it, but the holes are in the wrong spot. So I'm going to take a little bit of wood putty and I'm going to fill the screw holes so we can just move them a little bit. I don't want my screws pulling the wrong direction. Okay, we'll let those dry. Let's start working on the other door. Well guys, as you can see, I was able to get the knob installed. So we waited for the putty to dry, drilled out some new holes, and everything lined up nicely. So there it is. Perfect. And while I was working on the closet door, I came over here and started working on the main door also. And as you can see, we're installing a little bit fancier hardware over here on this side. So what I did so far was get the latch in and get my plates on, get my strike plate on the jamb. But I wanted to stop there so that I could show you guys the knobs. We showed them before, but in case you haven't seen them, check this out. Pink glass. Well guys, I think we're going to call this done for now. All we have to do is wait for our light switches, wait for the new ceiling light, then the room is complete. After that comes furnishings. That's going to include, all the furniture in the room and the closet shelving. We haven't done that yet. We'll worry about that later. That's not going to be all at once. It's going to be piece by piece as we can find things to fit our daughter's needs. But the room is looking pretty awesome and we are thrilled with the transformation from what it began as. So now let's check out number 3. This is the third bedroom. And this one luckily has a couple of outlets that were put in. And even these outlets, they're only 2 prong outlets, no ground. So you know that they were put in decades ago and haven't been touched. This house has seen very little updating. We're able to plug in the light. You can see it's a dark room. This is that window that went out onto that back porch. And that's it. This bedroom is literally identical in size to the other bedroom.
Let's measure it. We didn't measure them yet.
Okay. I was just going to say the closet is just shifted. So this closet is here and the other bedroom is right there. 10 feet, 11.3. So that means each bedroom's about 110 square feet, which is fine. Small bedroom. I can move the light around if you want. To this, it's amazing. Now I feel like I'm giving away way too much because this isn't even the final reveal. Like I said, we have some finishing up work to do and some minor changes, but I couldn't help but want to share with you guys. It's been a while since we had an update and I know you guys have been wanting to see the progress. So this is where we're at. That's all we have for now. Thanks for watching and until next time, take care.